How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan. Born to battle. Stone just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys Fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And the more I see about this whole Maxx Crosby sweepstakes, the more I wish it was over and our Dallas Cowboys could truly get on with their roster building without all the fluff from the media. And speaking about the fluff from the media, Cowboys Nation, I'm going to give y'all my raw and uncut when it comes to what I feel is going on with this whole Maxx Crosby situation and what my hopes are when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys beefing up the defensive side of the ball. So let's go ahead and dive into that during this raw and uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
Keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
Cowboys Nation, them X streets have been on fire with rumors, speculation, theories, guesstimation, and proclamations when it comes to where Maxx Crosby's going to be for the 2026 NFL season and moving forward. It's been reported that the Dallas Cowboys have been heavy players in the whole Maxx Crosby sweepstakes. To some, the Dallas Cowboys have the capital to go out there and just swoop Maxx Crosby up off his feet. The others feel that it would be an irresponsible move to send so much capital for one player, especially when the defense needs more than one player to get better. While scrolling on X, I came across the post that now links the Philadelphia Eagles to the whole Maxx Crosby extravaganza. According to Ricky Scoop's X account, barking rumor, hearing the Eagles have made Jalen Carter available in their pursuit for the Raiders' Maxx Crosby. You ready to let the dogs out? Hashtag Fly Eagles Fly. Hashtag Raider Nation. I'm going to keep it a buck with you, Cowboys Nation. I truly feel this is a ploy, whether from the Philadelphia Eagles or from the Las Vegas Raiders themselves. I believe this is a ploy to get Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys to jump out the window and spare no expense in blocking the Philadelphia Eagles from getting Maxx Crosby. I want y'all to just go ahead and take a walk with me real quick, Cowboys Nation. Around this time last year, the Dallas Cowboys were contemplating. They were looking to trade Micah Parsons to a team willing to give up 2 first-round picks and a premier defensive tackle. One of the Dallas Cowboys' known targets were the Philadelphia Eagles. According to the talking heads, the Eagles turned down the offer. According to Micah himself, he wasn't going to go to the Philadelphia Eagles and not play with Jalen Carter. So they turned Jerry Jones' offer down, and as history would pan out, the Dallas Cowboys would end up trading Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers while gaining 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark at the defensive tackle position. But did you hear me, Cowboys Nation? The Philadelphia Eagles weren't willing to give up Jalen Carter for Micah Parsons. What makes anybody think that they would give up Jalen Carter for a pass rusher that is older than Micah for the same compensation? Cowboys Nation, I believe this is a ploy by the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a trick, a way for the Las Vegas Raiders to get Jerry Jones to prematurely act on blocking the Philadelphia Eagles from attaining Maxx Crosby. And I'm going to keep it a stack with you. The only NFL teams that have 2 current first-round picks in the 2026 NFL Draft are the Cleveland Browns, the Los Angeles Rams, the New York Football Jets, and our very own Dallas Cowboys. The only ones out of the teams with multiple draft picks this year that have shown an interest in Maxx Crosby are the Dallas Cowboys. Those 2 2026 first-round picks trump any type of trade that involves a 2026 and a 2027 first-round pick package. The Las Vegas Raiders want their picks right now, Cowboys Nation, and the only way they want them is from the same draft class. I mean, could you imagine having pick 1, pick 12, and pick 20 in the upcoming draft? You could really add to your roster some NFL-ready talent in this draft. But with a quick scare from the Chicago Bears and the whole DJ Moore scenario, the Dallas Cowboys had some legitimate competition for Maxx Crosby. Then that fell through the cracks when the Buffalo Bills scooped up DJ Moore. So the Raiders are back to square one with the Dallas Cowboys, the only team that has multiple first-round picks in the same year that are willing to come to the table. Now, how could you make a team speed up their process, Cowboys Nation? How could you make a team come to the table quicker? You could leak to the media that the rival of that specific team is now interested and they're willing to give their best defensive linemen on top of those first-round picks, even though those first-round picks will come in 2 separate years. Would the Dallas Cowboys want that type of trade to go down with the Philadelphia Eagles? Would they be willing to step in there, jump out the window, and block their division rivals from getting the guy that they want so bad? I honestly say no, Cowboys Nation. Call the Las Vegas Raiders bluff. Don't make any moves with those first-round picks just yet, Jerry Jones. And as the days go by, there are more and more edge rushers that are becoming available, that are being released from their teams that could make sense for the Dallas Cowboys to chase. In free agency, there are players that will fit well in this Christian Parker-aimed scheme for the Dallas Cowboys. Trey Hendrickson, Hassan Reddick, Bradley Chubb, Rashawn Gary, Joey Bosa, or Khalil Mack would be great additions to the Dallas Cowboys defense. With every pass rusher that becomes available, it waters down the Raiders' attempts in trading Maxx Crosby. But the question that needs to be answered is Maxx Crosby the true move the Dallas Cowboys should make, or should they make the responsible move to better the overall defense? Could the Dallas Cowboys find an edge rusher that's effective while also adding more to the defense instead of just Maxx Crosby and maybe one more stud on the defense? Could they get by with a Bradley Chubb and have this defense in the top 16 in 2026? Well, Cowboys Nation, the reasonable move would be to go out there and get one of these edge rushers in free agency, keep your 2 first-round picks, add some quality vets through free agency, and draft 2 NFL-ready defenders to go into the 2026 season with. The flashy move would be to give all that up for Maxx Crosby. I could honestly see if the Dallas Cowboys were an edge rusher away from the Super Bowl, then I would say do whatever you got to do to bring Maxx Crosby to the Dallas Cowboys. Seeing that the Dallas Cowboys need help at the safety position, corner, linebacker, as well as edge rusher, it would be smart to skip the shiny object and get multiple players on the team that can play day one. And I know I've said F them picks before, Cowboys Nation. I was willing to give both first-round picks up, but the more I think about it, the more I want Jerry and Stephen Jones to do the right thing for the team and the Dak Prescott-led Super Bowl window. I would have given up the 2 first-round picks before I gave up 2 first-round picks and George Pickens. If we get Maxx Crosby, expect the rest of your moves during free agency to be bargain bin shopping. If you go and get a Joey Bosa or a Hassan Reddick, you could also add more studs to complete your defense now instead of a couple years down the road. By then, it might be too late, Cowboys Nation. So my official stance on the whole Maxx Crosby situation, I would give it a hard pass, Cowboys Nation. I would pass on Maxx Crosby. Right now is the wrong time for Maxx Crosby to be available for our Dallas Cowboys. We are too many key players away from a win-now move like Maxx Crosby. That doesn't mean that the team is doomed or it's doom and gloom or that you're not a Cowboys fan either, Cowboys Nation. It just gives the team more room to bring in players like Nakobe Dean, Alontae Taylor, a PJ Locke, or a Reed Blankenship to pair with an edge rusher like a Bradley Chubb and who you decide to draft in this upcoming draft. Could you imagine having Trey Hendrickson on the opposite side of a Reuben Bain or a Keldrick Falk or a Cassius Howell or a TJ Parker, with Nakobe Dean as your Mike linebacker and a Caleb Downs or Dylan Thieneman as one of your safeties? That would instantly make your defense better without Maxx Crosby. So, Cowboys Nation, the jury is back from deliberation on the whole Maxx Crosby situation, and the verdict is not to trade for him if that includes both of your first-round picks and a top player. Allow him to go wherever he lands while you get the players that are in the ballpark talent-wise, and you continue to build on your defense. The Jimmies and Joes will bring the talent, but the X's and O's will make that talent even more effective. Like I said before, Cowboys Nation, it's not Maxx Crosby or bust for our Dallas Cowboys. I have a strong belief that we can get where we're trying to go without having to bust the bank for one player. We need to bust the bank for about 5 of them. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, I know a lot of you are sick and tired of this whole Maxx Crosby talk. Frankly, so am I, but I had to get my thoughts out about the situation. But where do you stand? What would you like to see the Dallas Cowboys do? Trade whatever for Maxx Crosby, or continue to be selectively aggressive and get what it truly needs for the defensive side of the ball? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and you want to help the channel reach its current goal of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video, share the content with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will help get the content out to Cowboys Nation. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you are over it and just want the Dallas Cowboys to truly start team building, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release another video, podcast episode, or film breakdowns. You can catch the Madden 26 or College Football 26 gameplay on the other channel, the Angry Cowboys Fan Gaming Channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that as well as my gamer tag in the description. But the more and more I hear of each side of this Maxx Crosby conversation, the more I lean toward the side that moves on from the trade. Would it be dope to have Maxx Crosby as a Dallas Cowboy wrecking shop for our Dallas Cowboys defense? Absolutely, Cowboys Nation. But if it's going to cost us more than 3 players, and you using those 2 draft picks will cost you more than 3 players, I can't consciously make that decision in good faith. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Y'all enjoy your weekend, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.